Question 6 on this year's Maclaurin paper considers a grid of points, such as this one here, with 1 point chosen in each column and 1 point chosen in each row, such that there exists a triangle consisting of 3 points selected, which contains all other points. Here, I've got a 6 by 6 grid, and that's because the argument which I will demonstrate is identical for any n bigger than, say, 3. And so the fact that the grid in the question is 10 by 10 doesn't matter. A good starting point is to consider the outer perimeter of this square. Let's suppose that the point in this column selected is this one. Well, if this point isn't on the outer boundary of the triangle, which will contain all the other points, then there's no way that it can be inside. This means that any point on either the top or the bottom edge, as well as the left and right edges, has to be one of the outermost points in the triangle. This means that the 3 points on the perimeter of the square have to be precisely those which are the boundary of the triangle. Now, let's consider how this can happen. If we don't have a point in any of the corners, then since we have a point in the bottom row, we'd need a point, say, inside, so here, a point which is on one of these 4, so say this one, a point up here, which is not the corner, and a point here. But then we see that we have 4 points in the perimeter, and this cannot be the triangle. This means that at least one of the points must be on the corner. Let's now suppose that we have this point here selected from the first row and the first column. Well, we will have 3 points on the perimeter, i.e. on these 2 edges, precisely if we don't have a point here. Let's suppose that we do have a point selected on this corner. The key here is that we cannot have any more points in the top row or the bottom row. But we also can't have any points of the diagonal. This is because the other points must be strictly inside the triangle formed by the 3 outer points. If a point is on the edge, this is not possible. So let's consider the point in the second column. As I said, this edge will be one of the edges of the triangle. Let's now consider the point in the second column. As I mentioned, it cannot be in the top row, so that means it must be one of these 4 points here. Similarly, if we consider the second to last column, it cannot be this point here, since we already have a point in the bottom right, so it has to be one of these 4 points here. But we cannot have a triangle which will contain one of these 4 points and one of these 4 points. So this is not possible. Let's, without loss of generality, take the point in the corner to be in the top left corner here, and let's consider the point in the bottom row. Let's, without loss of generality, take the point in the bottom row to be closer to the bottom right corner than the point in the right column which we would choose is. And let's also assume that it's not the point which is adjacent to the corner, so it's not this vertex here. I will now draw in the diagonal at a 45-degree angle going through this point. The fact that this point is at least as close to this point as our point in the right column is, means that the interior of the triangle will be contained strictly above this V shape here. But let's consider the point in the second to bottom row, which we select. Since it has to be in the interior of the triangle, in the strict interior of the triangle, it can only be this point here. But notice that we've already selected a point in the same column as that point, so that point has been eliminated and can't be chosen. So this configuration cannot arise. It remains to consider the possibility that, without loss of generality, the point which is closer to the bottom right corner is the point adjacent to it. The point in the right column which we select, by the argument which we used earlier, now has to be this one here, since otherwise, by the same V-shape argument, this point here would be eliminated and we cannot select it. At this point, if we consider the interior of this triangle formed by these 3 vertices, the only point in each column which remains in the interior is the diagonal here, and the same holds for each row. This means that the only way we can select the points is like this. So far, we've shown that taking a point in the corner, which we can do so without loss of generality, gives us exactly 1 configuration. Since there are 4 choices for where we put the vertex in the corner, this gives 4 valid configurations. So the answer is 4.